Thursday night, and we're heading out into the shop again. Gonna spend a little time out here prepping. I think there's gonna be an opportunity for me to get a little weekend time, at least on one of the days. I don't know about both of them. I was trying to figure out what all we have going on, and I know there's a couple of things happening this weekend. I'm not sure how it'll affect shop time, but you know, we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna do a little prep work. I got one on the lathe right now that I'm working on. It's kind of neat. You've seen the blank before. I'm just gonna try a few things. I'm experimenting a little bit, so hopefully it works out and maybe I'll have something cool for you guys. I've made a little progress tonight, guys. Let me show you. Those are some blanks that I drilled last night, all except for this one, and I've gone ahead and got the tubes glued in them. They're gonna dry for a little while, and then I'll get them trimmed up and ready for the lathe. And I've got a couple of blanks left here. This one and this one that I'm going to go ahead and get drilled for modified mechanical pencils. So while these are drying, those are drilling. I'll keep you posted. I'm making pretty good progress. Let me show you what I've got going. All of the pins back here in this back row have been tubed and trimmed, so they're ready to go to the lathe first chance I get. I got this blank right here I'm working on. Take a look at the bottom, and it's perfect. See how tight that fit is? Come to the top, and you'll notice the CA glue. You can't really see it because the glue is kind of covering it, but on that back side where all that CA is built up, it's a little bit out of, it's got a little bit of a gap there. And reason why is I was drilling this out, it heated up the glue and the glue separated. And when I put it back together, I rotated the section 180 degrees, which threw everything off a tiny bit. Since I was drilling a 7mm hole at the time, it wasn't a huge deal. I just came back and drilled my 27/64 through the blank, but I had a little bit of an issue, you know, with just that one side. However, I've been drilling medium CA in there, and when it stops accepting it, which I do believe it has, because I can't see any sign that that there's still a gap there. It looks like it's sealed pretty good. I'm just gonna let it dry for a little bit, and when I come back, it will be ready to turn. This came from Mr. R. Ludgate. Now, I'm not gonna let you see his address, but I'll tell you, we'll go down to this part here. Look at that. You know where that came from. Pretty sweet. Let me get my scissors and I'll get that open. Looks like there's a letter in there too. There we go. Let's open this up a little bit more. I think some of the tape is stuck to the letter. There we go. I got it. Ooh, it's all wrapped up. We don't know what it is yet. This is amazing. Look at this letter. My gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to read this and give you a brief summary of what it says, because this is quite a long letter. I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I'm back. I took a couple minutes to read through this, and Roger Ludgate is who sent this to me, and he's a disabled turner, and he turns pins for cancer charities as well as Help for Heroes. He sent blanks to Afghanistan and Iraq to support the troops, and they absolutely loved them. He's been turning for about, let's see what he said here, for about 10 years. He used to work at the Colchester Lathe Company for about 25 years, and told his friends, and remembered telling his friends that he'd like to have a lathe. And one Christmas morning, they showed up singing carols at his front door and brought him a lathe. And he's been turning ever since. I'm not going to go into the whole note. It is a wonderful, wonderful note, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading every word of it. And then he sent me his method for applying CA to these blanks. And I definitely appreciate that. And I'm going to give it a try, because I've got the boiled linseed oil, I've got the medium CA, I've got everything I need to do it. A couple of other things here that are pretty special. Take a look at this. That's Queen Elizabeth, Buckingham Palace, and this is a letter to him. He sent blanks, or I'm sorry, he sent 2 pins made from this wood to Queen Elizabeth and the Duke of Edinburgh, and they replied with this note thanking him. That's incredible, and look at that, he sent it to me. Whoops, I got it upside down there. Let me lay that over there. That is awesome. Right here, we have a certificate of authenticity. This is from the HMS Victory. Now, this is pretty amazing. It says here, I hereby certify this product contains material salvaged from HMS Victory during her restoration. A royalty resulting from its sale will go to save the Victory Fund to assist in her long-term preservation. Now that is pretty amazing, isn't it? Let me lay that over there. I've got the blank here. Let me get my scissors and we'll get this blank open and take a peek at what she looks like. Take a look at this blank. Is that awesome or what? A piece of oak from the HMS Victory. That's gorgeous. Thank you so much, Roger. I have got a number of pins, as you've seen earlier in the video, over here already lined up to turn, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in the rotation. I've got a few more that have come on here the last few days. We're going to start prepping it to be turned, and at some point in the not too distant future, you're going to see this blank turned on one of my videos. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. What a great way to end the night. I mean, what an awesome piece of history, you know? I'm just so blessed that someone has sent that to me, and I just really look forward to turning it. I am going to call it a night. It's a little bit early, but you know, it was a good night in the shop. I moved a number of projects forward. I've got 10 blanks ready to start turning. I've got 3 blanks over there that are going to be bespoke, so that's pretty good. And I got a couple of other projects that I didn't really get to or get to move along, but I figure as I start turning those, you know, you get to the point where you're putting CA glue on and you want to let it sit and spin. So as the CA is spinning, I can start working on, I've got a list here, a checklist of everything I want to do. I can start working on some of these other projects, bringing them to the forefront. So I got a lot of cool stuff coming. I'm just hoping to get some good solid time this weekend and maybe some time next week to just start knocking a few videos out. So keep your fingers crossed for me. Thanks for hanging out with me. Come back and see me again really, really soon. And I look forward to hanging out with you. Take care. Have a great evening.